Let's take a look at Zilliqa and do some price analysis, have a look at some potential areas that you could invest and some targets going forward. First up, please make sure you do hit that like button while you are subscribed to my channel, and let's crack on. So let's get cracking. First up, make sure you do hit that like button. For every like on this video, you'll be entered into a competition to win a nano hardware wallet. So we will start off on CoinMarketCap and run over some of the key statistics first, and then we'll jump over to TradingView and do some price analysis. So as we do know, ticker ZIL, it is currently priced at 11.8 cents. We are 3% up on today's trading. Currently we have just over 11 billion in circulation. We do know that the max hard cap will be 21 billion, but I can't imagine that being reached for a long time. Total supply there is 14.2 billion. The market cap today is $1.3 billion. And if you're looking to get hold of some, you would expect Binance is number one, yeah. Getting 20% of the entire market volume there just against Tether, and then we get a further 5% there against BTC and a few other pairings. So you're looking at around 30% of the market volume getting traded on Binance. If you do not hold any Zilliqa already and are looking to invest, which I do recommend you have at least a small bag of Zilliqa, it's going to go a long way in the future. I have done a price prediction on Zilliqa, so you can check out my previous videos. But yeah, Binance is the best place. If you're not on Binance already, check out the pinned comment or the description. You will find a link for Binance there. One key point before we jump over to some charts is the all-time high. And we did hit, can you see that above my head? Yep, 23 cents. That's 3 years ago now. So, I mean, we're not a million miles off that. We are 48% down from that. But we do need to remember, we were trading down here for a long time. I think I managed to get most of my Zilliqa sub 2 cents around this area sometime. So, things are looking good. But if you have not bought in already, then let's have a look at some charts now and see if you can have a look at some potential areas that you could invest if you have not already. So here we have Zilliqa versus Tether. We will do some price analysis on this, have a look at some areas that we could invest, and then we'll jump over to the BTC pair and then have a look what's going on there. So currently we have used a nice level of daily support at around 10 cents, and we've popped back up there and we are looking good, like we are on a bit of a move. You could say this current area around... we're here. I mean, around this area, it looks like the next major area to break through. I think once we do close some daily candles above this area, we can start to push on. But let's just put a little bit of bearish scenario on this first and have a look at some potential areas that we could get to invest if the market does allow. And we'll use a Fibonacci for this. So from top of the move, bottom of the move to the top of the move. If we do retrace from this level, then you could expect that we could fill some orders at the 382 level, which is pretty much 11.1 cents. We also have the 618 level, which is 10.06 cents as well. If what happened like it did last week, and we do get a general market dump, then you could expect us to come back down to this level, which is 0.099. I think that could be a nice level too. I mean, if you look at this wick here, pretty much directly on that support, and then 1, 2, 3. We've used this area quite a few times as support, so it is quite a solid level, and it is 10 cents. It's a psychological area too where people are looking to buy. I think some people will be targeting buys around that area if the market does allow and if it does come back down. Currently, we are still downtrending, you would say, from this level here. I mean, we could just say you could have broke through it now and the only way is up, but they can be quite temperamental of them. So I don't tend to trend lines. But yeah, there are two potential buy zones there. The first major target, though, is breaking above this weekly resistance at 15 cents. I've had this level marked up on it a while. This is the Huobi chart. If you look on the weekly time frame and go all the way back, if we just look here, we had two areas here which we pretty much rejected off, and to me that confirmed a weekly level of resistance. So that is a major point to get through. I think once we do break through that, all-time highs will come fairly quick because there's no other resistance, especially on the higher time frames within this area. So this is a key point. Break through 15 cents and we are going to all-time highs fairly quick in my opinion, and then we can really start to push up and target some high levels. I do think we can hit a minimum of 50 cents this year, pushing up towards some price predictions of $1 at the end of 2021. But let's just keep his feet on the ground for now and monitor the current situation. So that is a couple of targets to go for, 15 cent, and then a couple of buy-ins there. If we just put the EMAs on, so I use the, I'll change that, I use a 30 and the with an offset of 1, and the MA8 with an offset of 1, 2. So that is the ones I use. Let's put them on, see what the EMAs are doing now. Let's have a bit of a zoom in, and you can say we have had a bullish cross here, so I would expect that we do now start to continue up until we do get a crossover on the EMAs and potentially come back down. So buys at these levels may not happen, at least for the next couple of days. So just monitor price. We have had a bullish cross, so things could pretty much start picking up now. First level, try and get through this extension at 12 cent, and then we can really start to push on towards that 15 cent weekly resistance there. Also, if I just put the Hitman on and then have a bit of a zoom out, put this on my daily time frame. Let's get rid of the EMAs as well. Let's have a look. So we are still bullish on the Hitman. We've been bullish since October of last year. I mean, if you look, like I say, if I went back to a 4-hour time frame, we are bearish on this time frame here. So what we are looking for now is a bull to appear somewhere around here, and we can start to push on. So that is Hitman and the EMAs. Also, if you look at the RSI, we are mid-level around 50%. So that you have got a lot of room to growth, in my opinion. We just need to break out and start targeting that level. So that's the dollar pair sorted out. If we look at the BTC pairing, I know we do get a lot of people who trade in BTC, and it is best to trade in BTC if you are looking to stack sats and build your overall Bitcoin portfolio. As you can see, we did hit some highs of 343 Satoshis in February, so that's not too long ago, about 3 weeks, and when we have done quite a significant retracement down to, I mean, we dropped all the way down to 180 sats, which was quite a significant drop, really. But this weekly support at 190 pushed us right back up, and we must get some liquidity and push back up towards this level. So we are now hovering around 240 Satoshis at this current weekly level of, I mean, you could say is support currently. But we do need to close above this on a 4-hour time frame to remain in a bullish uptrend. If you're looking for some buys out in a BTC pairing, so let's put a fib on from top to bottom. We have done a 38% retracement to an absolute T. I mean, look at all them wicks on that area. That is a good area to buy. So that is 229 Satoshis. If BTC does go on a run, inevitably it will take it out on altcoins, and you could potentially target some buy orders at 210 Satoshis, but that's if Bitcoin goes on a run. I mean, we're currently tinkering on 50k. If that pushes up to, I don't know, 53, 54k, then unfortunately it's going to take it out on altcoins, and you might get some orders filled at this range. Even down at 197, 200 Satoshis could be a nice level to pick some up, but let's just monitor price and see what goes on. The first target though is breaking above this monthly resistance at 307 sats, and then we have some more monthly resistance up at 374. So they are two major targets for you to look at. Looking at the RSI, again, mid-ground, so we've got a lot of room for growth. I do think we will start to push up very, very soon. I'm looking for a sideways Bitcoin. We need a sideways Bitcoin for more growth on altcoins. But what we need is Ethereum to break out too. We want Ethereum BTC to break out. It's still massively undervalued. If you look at ZIL BTC on the BTC pairing, we are still massively undervalued. I mean, look at that from, let's just get rid of that fib. We are massively undervalued. If you put a price perspective on it from here to the top, you still got 800% in Satoshis to make up. So I think buying at these prices, we are massively undervalued, and this is an investment of a century. So things are looking good. Back to a 4-hour. Let's just put the EMAs on as well, see what they're saying. Yeah, zoom in, there we go. Everything's looking a bit better there. Yeah, so we'll put the 8 and the 30 on. We have had a little bit of a bearish cross, so we may come down and test these levels down at 229 Satoshis. And the Hitman is bearish still. If we need to close above this to start pushing on, and we should get a bullish indicator up here. So that's going to do it for the price analysis today. That is some potential buy zones. and targets for the BTC and the USDT pairing of Zilliqa. If you do have any questions with regards to Zilliqa or any other projects, or even if you'd like me to cover a project, then jump into my Telegram group, which is the Crypto Troops. You'll find that link in the pinned comment and the description. Please make sure you do like this video. Like I say, every like in the next 5 to 6 videos will be entered into a competition to win a Nano hardware wallet. Please make sure that you are subscribed to our channel, and I'll catch you next time.